Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into the jaw-dropping stories of celebrities who once graced the red carpet but later fell into legal chaos. From serious missteps to life-altering decisions, these stars have faced the consequences of their actions. Let's uncover who they are and what went wrong. Fame, talent, and glory can give it all, but one wrong decision can bring it all crashing down. Once icons of the red carpet, these celebrities now face the grim reality of prison. Let's uncover their unexpected paths and the mistakes that led to their downfall. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next surprising and interesting stories. Feel free to share your thoughts on the stories in this video in the comments below. Amy Locane, the actress famous for her role as Sandy Harling on Melrose Place, faced devastating consequences on June 27, 2010, when she drove under the influence and caused a fatal crash. While speeding, she collided with another vehicle, killing 60-year-old Helen Seaman and leaving her husband, Fred, severely injured. Locane's blood alcohol level was found to be 3 times the legal limit, adding to the gravity of the incident. She was charged with second-degree manslaughter and third-degree assault. In 2012, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison, a ruling that sparked widespread controversy. Many felt the sentence was too lenient, considering the tragic loss of life and the lasting impact on the Seaman family. After years of appeals, Amy Locane was retried in 2020 and sentenced to 8 years in prison, with the possibility of parole after serving at least 6 years and 10 months. She is currently incarcerated at the Edna Mayan Correctional Facility for Women, and her recent request for a sentence reduction was denied. Locane's case serves as a sobering reminder of the devastating consequences of drunk driving. A single moment of reckless decision-making not only claimed a life, but also forever altered the lives of those involved, highlighting the long-lasting impact of such actions. In April 2021, Josh Duggar, known for his appearance on 19 Kids and Counting, stunned the public when he was charged with possessing illegal materials. The case quickly became a media sensation, sparking widespread outrage. After a trial in December 2021, the jury found Duggar guilty. In May 2022, the court handed down its final verdict, sentencing him to 12 years and 7 months in federal prison. The judge made it clear that Duggar would not be eligible for parole during his sentence, marking a significant fall from grace for the once popular reality star. After serving his time in prison, Josh Duggar will be under strict supervision for 20 years, a reality that will significantly affect his personal life moving forward, despite the ongoing public backlash. His wife, Anna Duggar, has remained by his side throughout this difficult period. Duggar is currently serving his sentence at the FCI Segoville Correctional Facility in Texas. If all goes as planned, he could be released at the age of 48. However, with lasting consequences and immense public scrutiny, his future remains uncertain and filled with challenges. Shannon Richardson, an actress known for roles in The Walking Dead and The Vampire Diaries, stunned the world in 2013 when it was revealed that she orchestrated a chilling plot. She secretly sent letters laced with the deadly toxin ricin to President Barack Obama, New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg, and Mark Glaze, the director of a gun control advocacy group. The incident occurred when Shannon's marriage to Nathan Richardson was unraveling, and in a twisted act of revenge, she crafted a scheme to frame her husband. However, investigators swiftly uncovered the truth. In June 2013, Shannon was arrested by the FBI after confessing to producing and mailing ricin-laced letters from her Texas home. Her dangerous actions led to serious charges, including threatening the president, sending threatening letters, and producing and possessing biological weapons. In court, Shannon claimed that her failing marriage and pregnancy led her to act under pressure. However, the judge ruled that her actions were intentional and posed a grave threat to national security. In July 2014, she was sentenced to 18 years in prison and ordered to pay $367,400 in investigation costs. Currently serving her sentence at the Carswell Federal Medical Center in Texas, Shannon is expected to be released in 2032. Once a promising actress, she lost everything due to her reckless choices, leaving behind a sobering reminder of the devastating consequences of impulsive decisions. Zack Avery, born Zachary Horowitz, once seemed poised for a successful Hollywood career, but his life took a dramatic fall when he was sentenced to 20 years in prison for orchestrating a massive financial fraud scheme. With his polished image and charm, Avery duped investors into believing he had lucrative film distribution deals with industry giants like HBO and Netflix. In reality, these deals were entirely fabricated, leading to a multi-million-dollar scam that left investors empty-handed. His rise and fall serve as a cautionary tale about the dangers of deceit and the consequences of trying to maintain an illusion of success at the expense of others. Since 2015, Zack Avery, Zachary Horowitz, used fake contracts to swindle hundreds of millions of dollars from over 250 investors through his company, 1NM Capital. Films like The Devil Below, You're Not Alone, and Curvature were part of his elaborate scheme to cover up the fraud. Hundreds of investors lost their money, while Horowitz funneled most of the stolen funds for personal use. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison and ordered to pay back $230 million to the victims. Zack Avery's case highlights the severe consequences of financial deceit and the critical need for transparency and integrity in the entertainment industry. Yong Su's rapid rise to international fame following the success of Squid Game took an unexpected turn in 2021 when he was accused of inappropriate behavior by a woman who claimed the incident occurred during a meeting in 2017. While the accusation had been made earlier, the police had not pursued an investigation at the time due to insufficient evidence. However, after Yong Su's global recognition soared, the case was unexpectedly reopened in 2022, prompting an official investigation. The controversy shook his career, leaving many wondering how this legal battle would impact his future in the entertainment industry. During the investigation, Yong Su denied the allegations, insisting it was a misunderstanding. He expressed regret if his actions had made the other party uncomfortable, but maintained he had done nothing wrong. In late 2022, South Korean prosecutors indicted him on charges of non-consensual sexual assault. While the allegations were not deemed particularly severe, the case created a media firestorm. A promotional campaign by the South Korean Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism involving Yong Su was quickly suspended. The case not only tarnished his public image, but also sparked debates about the consequences faced by artists involved in sensitive allegations. Public opinion remains divided, with some feeling betrayed, while others argue the situation should be approached with fairness. Percy Master P. Miller founded No Limit Records, revolutionizing the hip-hop industry while striving to lift his family from the violence-ridden streets of New Orleans. His brothers, Corey C. Murder Miller and Vishawn Silk the Shocker Miller, quickly made their own names in the music world. But while Corey's career was soaring, he was soon caught up in a legal battle that would span years. The turning point came in 2002, when a nightclub altercation in New Orleans led to the death of 16-year-old Steve Thomas. Corey became the central figure in the investigation, which spiraled into a series of controversial trials. Corey was convicted in 2003, but his sentence was quickly overturned due to doubts about witness testimony. However, in 2009, after a retrial, he was sentenced to life in prison, a decision that remains highly controversial. In recent years, various organizations and individuals, including Kim Kardashian, have called for a review of the case, citing numerous inconsistencies in the trial. Yet in 2023, the court upheld the sentence, dimming hopes for a breakthrough. Corey Miller's case continues to raise pressing questions about justice and fairness in the legal system. What's your take on this case? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Danny Masterson, best known for his role as Stephen Hyde on That 70s Show from 1998 to 2006, had a successful career before it unraveled due to a legal controversy. Between 2001 and 2003, Masterson was accused of inappropriate conduct with 2 women at his home. The case initially flew under the radar, but in 2017, as the #MeToo movement gained traction, the allegations against him came to light. A thorough investigation followed, leading to Masterson being written off Netflix's The Ranch, effectively ending his career. After years of legal battles, 2 of the allegations were brought to trial. The 8-month-long trial featured shocking testimonies from the victims, exposing disturbing details. In May 2023, the jury found Masterson guilty, and just 4 months later, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Once a beloved star, Danny Masterson now faces a bleak future as he began serving his sentence at North Kern Prison in California in late 2023. His downfall has not only shaken Hollywood, but also serves as a cautionary tale about the inevitable consequences when fame can no longer hide one's mistakes. Tammy Lynn Sitch, better known as Sunny, was a WWE icon in the 1990s, known for her captivating beauty and powerful influence. She helped define the golden era of professional wrestling and became one of the first divas to capture the hearts of millions. However, after the spotlight faded, Sunny's life took a downward turn, marked by a series of legal troubles and ongoing personal struggles that seemed increasingly difficult to overcome. On March 25, 2022, Sunny was involved in a devastating accident in Ormond Beach, Florida, when she lost control of her vehicle, leading to a tragic loss of life. This incident set off a chain of legal troubles, culminating in her sentencing in August 2023 to 17 years in prison. She won't be eligible for release until 2039, when she is 67. Once a WWE legend, Sunny's fall from grace serves as a sobering reminder of the unforeseen consequences that can arise when fame can no longer shield the darker sides of life. Sean Combs, or Diddy, stands as one of the most influential figures in the music world, particularly within hip-hop and R&B. As a multi-talented artist, producer, and savvy businessman, he's played a major role in shaping the music industry over the years. However, despite his immense success, Diddy's career has been tainted by a series of serious controversies and accusations, leading to public outrage and intense scrutiny over his actions both in and out of the spotlight. Diddy's name has been tied to numerous lawsuits and allegations of misconduct, though he continually denies the claims and asserts that he's the victim of defamation. The scandals surrounding him show no signs of disappearing, prompting many to question the true nature of the artist behind the empire. All eyes are now on the ongoing investigations and trials, which will determine if Diddy can preserve the legacy he's worked so hard to build. Regardless of the outcome, this case will undeniably impact his career. What do you think about the controversies surrounding Diddy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We truly appreciate your support. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends if you find it interesting. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Harrison Norris Jr., also known as Hard Body Harrison Rose, was a well-known figure in professional wrestling during the 1990s, competing in WCW. After stepping away from the ring, he gained further recognition by winning the FX Toughman competition in 2000. However, as the spotlight dimmed, Norris's life took a dark turn. He exploited the trust of several women, promising training opportunities, but subjected them to a harsh and manipulative reality. His actions eventually caught the attention of law enforcement, and in November 2007, he was sentenced to life in prison. What started as a promising wrestling career ended in a long-lasting downfall, serving as a stark reminder of the consequences that come with poor choices. Harvey Weinstein, once a dominant force in Hollywood responsible for iconic films like Pulp Fiction, Scream, and Gangs of New York, saw his empire collapse in 2017 when allegations of misconduct surfaced, igniting the #MeToo movement. High-profile actresses, including Salma Hayek, Rose McGowan, and Ashley Judd, stepped forward to share their harrowing experiences. Ashley Judd revealed how Weinstein persistently pressured her despite her clear refusals. These testimonies exposed Hollywood's darkest secrets, sparking urgent conversations about the changes needed in the entertainment industry. The consequences for Weinstein were swift and severe. He was expelled from the Producers Guild of America, lost his position at the company he founded, and faced mounting legal troubles. In 2020, he was sentenced to 23 years in prison in New York, and 2 years later, a California court handed down an additional 16-year sentence. While Weinstein experienced a legal victory in 2024 when his New York sentence was overturned, the remaining sentences and his completely tarnished reputation leave little hope for redemption. His case stands as a stark reminder that power cannot overshadow ethics, while emphasizing the importance of justice and accountability. Skyler DeLeon, known for a brief role in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, shocked the world when he became entangled in a horrifying crime in California in 2004. Along with his accomplices, DeLeon hatched a brutal plan to steal a yacht from retired couple Tom and Jackie Hawks. The couple, simply looking to enjoy their golden years, never imagined that their kindness would lead to a deadly betrayal. The crime, marked by its shocking brutality and cold calculation, ended the lives of two innocent people and left an indelible scar on their family, sparking widespread outrage. After the trial, DeLeon was sentenced to death in 2008. Though due to California's moratorium on the death penalty, he is currently serving his sentence at San Quentin Prison, one of the state's most secure facilities. This case serves as a harsh reminder of the devastating consequences of greed, illustrating that no fame or past glory can shield someone from their crimes. Once a promising actor, DeLeon now stands as a symbol of the fact that all actions, no matter how hidden, must eventually be accounted for, and justice will prevail against unacceptable deeds. In 2013, Oscar Pistorius' life took a tragic turn when he shot and killed his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, in his home on Valentine's Day. Initially claiming that he mistook her for an intruder, Pistorius's story quickly unraveled, and he was charged with murder. The case captivated the world, as many struggled to reconcile the image of the once inspirational athlete with the actions that led to the loss of an innocent life. After a lengthy trial, Pistorius was found guilty of culpable homicide and later sentenced to 6 years in prison, which was later increased to 13 years upon appeal. Pistorius's fall from grace serves as a reminder that even the brightest stars can be dimmed by one moment of recklessness. Pistorius shot and killed his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp, in his home, claiming he mistook her for an intruder. However, the investigation revealed details of a troubled relationship, which made his testimony increasingly questionable. The trial drew worldwide attention, and in 2015, Pistorius was sentenced to 6 years in prison. This tragic event not only shocked the sports world but also ignited a broader debate about justice, accountability, and personal responsibility. Once an inspirational figure, Pistorius became a stark reminder that talent and fame cannot shield anyone from the consequences of their actions. In 2020, it was uncovered that Andre Montgomery Jr.'s murder was not an accident, but a tragic conspiracy. His death was orchestrated by his own family member, Tim Norman, Robbie Montgomery's son. Tim, seeking to collect a life insurance policy on Andre, conspired with others to carry out the crime. The investigation led to Tim Norman's arrest, and in 2022, he was convicted for his role in the murder. The shocking betrayal shattered the family and left fans of Welcome to Sweetie Pies stunned. The case serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the darker side of family dynamics and the devastating consequences of greed. Tim Norman, Robbie's son and a central figure on Welcome to Sweetie Pies, was arrested in connection to Andre's tragic death. Investigators uncovered that Tim had taken out a life insurance policy worth hundreds of thousands of dollars on Andre and orchestrated the murder to collect the payout. The 2023 trial presented irrefutable evidence, including phone recordings, accomplice testimonies, and documented proof, exposing Tim's ruthless plan. In the end, Tim was sentenced to life in prison, closing a dark chapter in what was once a heartwarming family story. This case stands as a harsh reminder of how greed can eclipse moral boundaries and destroy lives. In 2020, Ryan Grantham, known for his roles in Riverdale and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, shocked the world when he was arrested for the tragic murder of his mother, Barbara Waite. At just 21 years old, Grantham shot his mother in the back of the head while she played the piano at their home. After the crime, he loaded her body into a vehicle and contemplated further violence before ultimately deciding to turn himself in. He reported the murder to the police and provided a full confession. Grantham's decision to face the consequences of his actions marked the beginning of a deeply reflective period in his life, as he navigated the gravity of his crime. During the trial, Ryan Grantham's mental health was a focal point, with experts confirming that he had been battling long-term depression and severe psychological issues before the crime. This led to widespread public sympathy and renewed conversations about the importance of addressing mental health, an issue often overlooked. Despite the tragic circumstances and his struggles, Grantham still had to face the consequences of his actions. His story highlights the critical need for early intervention and mental health care, showing how unaddressed emotional pain can result in devastating outcomes. Joe's son, who gained recognition for his role in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, shocked the public when his past crimes came to light. Before entering Hollywood, he was an MMA fighter, but his career quickly faltered as he lost every match. However, it was his dark past that truly stunned the world. On Christmas Eve 1990, Joe's son and an accomplice kidnapped and brutally assaulted a woman in Huntington Beach, California. The victim was left with severe injuries before being released. The case went unsolved for nearly 2 decades due to insufficient evidence. But in 2008, advancements in forensic science led to the breakthrough when his DNA was matched to a sample found at the crime scene, identifying him as the perpetrator. The case, which had been cold for years, was finally closed, and Joe's son now serves a life sentence for his horrific actions. In 2011, Joe's son was sentenced to a term ranging from 7 years to life in prison. However, his violent tendencies persisted, and while incarcerated, he continued to commit crimes. In 2017, after a serious assault that led to the death of a fellow inmate, his sentence was extended by 27 years, making his total sentence 34 years to life. Despite once having the chance to succeed in Hollywood, his unforgivable criminal actions ultimately ruined his life. Joe's son's story serves as a harsh reminder that actions have consequences, and crime has no place in society, no matter one's potential or past. Kaalan Walker, an actor known for his role in Superfly, stunned the public when he was arrested in 2018 for incidents dating back to 2013. Prosecutors revealed that he used his fame in the entertainment industry to manipulate and deceive women, particularly aspiring models. By leveraging social media, Walker crafted an image of offering career opportunities, inviting victims to fake photo shoots or bogus projects, all in an effort to exploit them. His actions exposed the darker side of the industry and left lasting damage on the lives of those involved. As the investigation unfolded, more than a dozen women came forward to reveal Walker's manipulative actions. In October 2022, he was convicted and sentenced to 50 years in prison. Despite some charges being unclassified, the jury determined that Walker had exploited his power to prey on vulnerable individuals. With no possibility of parole until 2070, Walker will spend the rest of his life behind bars. This case serves as a stark warning about the need to protect the vulnerable and fight against the abuse of power. Justice has been served, sending a strong message that fame cannot shield anyone from accountability for their wrongdoings. Thank you all for watching today's video. The stories of stars who once shined but faced serious consequences for their wrong decisions remind us of the importance of mindfulness and responsibility in life. We hope these stories have taught you something valuable. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, share your opinions, and join us again in our upcoming videos. See you next time!